super eager.
Oh, we want to come to the farm.
Yeah.
And we went,
let's
do okay. Organise it. I'll put on
The strawberry ones are so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, last time I had them, I was like, I need 5 of these. It's so delicious. Yes, yeah. Go straight for it.
What's that, water?
Yes, water and the juice, the apple and something. Oh, really? Oh, man.
And the pastries are mulberries from the trees over there, or blue, or there's a couple of strawberries. Oh, they've got So our philosophy is, and sounds a bit harsh, it's not this harsh, but it's sort of you get what you get, and the chefs know that if the leaf is torn, it was a duck eating it that night, that's not bad, or there's a little blemish, that's because there was a grub on it, but there's no chemicals, so, you know, but our vegetables taste 10 times better than anything you've ever tasted.
So how do you get into this from being a chef?
I went to agricultural boarding school, studied agriculture for 6 years. I left high school, went to Northern Queensland. I was a jackaroo on a cattle station in Northern Queensland for 3 years, riding rough horses and chasing cattle. So I always had a passion for agriculture, but I always wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a chef since I was 14. I punched my brother in the face when I was 14 because he says, yeah, I want to be a chef too. I'm, fuck you, I'm going to be a chef. We've had a very rough 12 months, not only with COVID. COVID was like actually really good for us because last year with the droughts, we're not affected by drought as in the water because we've got irrigation. We have 32 megalitres from the river, and the river's fresh water here. But the heat out here we had consistent days from 42 degrees plus. Now, the plants don't die, but as you can imagine, 42 degrees on a very thin layer of majority of water is just wilts and burns. So the plant will stay alive, but the thing is you can't pick it. And it puts too much stress on the plant. So we were just irrigating over that period for about, I don't know, a month, 2 months, and not doing a lot of picking. Then we had the fires, the Goss Mountain fires, remember that? Yeah. So that was literally just there. Then we had the flood. So we had the flood, you know, we had a huge amount of rain in the catchment, and it was the river rose to, you couldn't see any of the grass here. That lasted about 2 or 3 weeks. And then after that, we had a mice plague. So everyone's going, how the hell does this happen? So as the river rises, all the mice come out, and so they then take shelter somewhere else, and what they do is they realise, oh, look at all this. So the two major issues with mice is that you don't see them. So they're underground and they're eating all the roots and the new seedlings. So you only realise that they've done some damage when all of the stuff is starting to go yellow. And you go, why is it going yellow? Well, because the root system's all been eaten out and the plant's dying. And then in the seed shed where we do all of our own propagation, it was hilarious because it was like someone went through the seed trays with a little tiny spoon and took the seed out. Like so you can pull some off, twist it off and eat it. You'll see how sweet it is. But there's 1,000 crowns in the ground here. So we've got 500 green Mary Washington. Majority of the things that we spray, like bacteria or I don't know what they call. There'll be little mites and things like that. What they do is they'll find the pest, and they don't necessarily kill that pest. They usually do something to the eggs or change the reproductive system, hatch, because there'll be something wrong with them. So that's the whole theory around a lot of the things that we do in the organics. And when it's fruit fly, we try to use exclusion netting. That's why we've got some tunnels this year, because we had a bit of a disaster last year with our tomatoes and fruit fly. But you use these fruit fly are attracted to blue, the colour blue, and this pheromone. So what happens is the males, I think, the males are all attracted to this blue pheromone, and it's on this sticky sort of pads. They get stuck, and they can't, no sex then, their hands and legs stuck to the ground. So again, the females fly around, they can't reproduce, everyone dies in a couple of days, and then that cycle's sort of fixed up. So the director's going, I want you to grab that tomato, pull it off the vine, and like in front of the camera, like take a big bite. And I'm going, it's green. It's not going to be. It's going to be terrible. He goes, no one's going to know. And so I bite it, and I'm not sure if you remember. I've gone, oh my god,
so good.
that wasn't faking. It was so sweet. So that 5 minutes or 7 minutes that was here was from 10 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. It was great. It was good fun. What I wanted, some cutting edge vegetables like the purple corn that we're growing now. We're growing this Kyoto carrot. It's a red carrot. When I say red carrot, it's like red like your lights on that there. It's not an orange carrot or a purple carrot, and it's really sweet. It's a Japanese carrot, and I wanted that. And there's these baby cukes. So you get cucumbers, you get cukes. We're growing this baby cuke that looks like a cornichon.
Wow. I can't believe I'm eating mulberries off a mulberry tree. This is crazy.